Hey everybody, my name is Master Ron Saturno. This is my grandson, and this is my son-in-law Anthony, and I'm putting them into family training to learn the martial art of Serrata Eskrima. So what I wanted to do was maybe chronicle the teaching, how a person would teach his family, and maybe some of you might find this interesting. So what I'm basically going to do today is cover some of the basics of the arm, so some of you may have a knowledge of where you might want to strike and how you actually use different sections of the arm for healing, right? Because we're basically a weapon-based art, we have to have knowledge of the structure, and we have to have knowledge of how to use this arm, how to heal it, because basically this is our tools. What I have right here is my grandson's right arm. If I take my thumb and put it here, and I put these three fingers right along the inner side of the forearm, I'm covering what they call the flexor, and I'm covering what they call the pronator muscle group right here. These muscles right here are basically responsible for flexing, actually being able to grip the weapon. This muscle structure basically comes off of the inner side of the arm, right, on this medial side. We have two bones right here. This is our ulna bone, and up here is our radial bone, okay? So this thumb side right here, this tendon that's going to come up over here, that's very important to the function of the ability to grip the weapon, is your flexor carpi radialis. Why? Because it's on this radial side. The thumb is on the radial side. We have the palmaris longus tendon right here, and then over here we have the flexor carpi ulnaris. Ulnaris is going to be on the little finger side. So this three large sections of group right here are responsible for gripping the weapon. The interesting thing about this is that this whole wad of muscles will eventually tie in right here at one spot, right here at the junction of this cubital crease, which is the junction between this humerus bone and this radial and the ulnar bone. Knowing that if I were to cut this person right here, in this area right here on the inside, I have a pretty good chance of actually stopping this person's ability to grip the weapon, right? For a healing aspect, what we do is we would bend this elbow in a slightly bent position, right? And we're going to find this crease right here at the slightly bent position, and we're going to find this medial condyle. We're going to find the point exactly in between, and that's going to help us for disabilities that we have on this flexor muscle group, right? This is actually an acupressure point. This is heart number 3. Now, on this side right here, coming off the lateral side of the arm, this section over here takes care of our ability to extend. If we take our hand and we grip it, and we have the person lift up on the bottom of my palm right there, we see a large muscle group pop up right here. This is called the mobile wad of 3. Largest muscle right here is called a brachioradialis muscle. This muscle right here also has a nerve directly underneath, which is a musculocutaneous nerve. It's also up here a couple of inches above. So we know that if we strike this section right here hard enough, we can also do what? Harm the person's ability to extend, right? Okay, now, if we take the person now and put his hand like in a flat palm position and we have him lift up, right? We can have the tendon of the biceps brachii right now start to pop up right here, okay? Now, this right here is important because right on the other side of that is our brachial artery, right, and our median nerve. Therefore, if I were to take a knife and cut right across this section right here, I might get that important tendon that controls our flexor muscles. I might get that brachial artery. I might also get that median nerve. So that's a really good place to cut. So for the Filipino martial arts, this is where I'm going to make my cut. I'm always going to cut on the inside right here. Coming from here, which extends under the axilla, we also have our other major nerves that will feed the hand and the arm, right? And that comes up here at the axilla. The axilla up here is controlled. It's actually like a square. Part of it is a humerus, part of it is a pectoralis right here. You got the latissimus dorsi in the back, and between the second and the sixth rib, we got something called the serratus anterior. So what we're looking for is having knowledge of this, that I can now insert my knife right here into that axilla. Heart number 1 is also in here for an acupressure strike, just just lateral to that axillary artery, because we know that all of our nerves that feeds this arm come right back under there, right? So by inserting our knife into there, we can get major blood vessels, major nerves. So basically, as far as knife training, we're going to be looking to always take our cut right on the inside of the arm, especially up to this cubital crease, which is this fold right here between this forearm and this bicep area. So we're always going to be functioning right here, because we're going to be doing cuts here. This is going to just absolutely destroy this person's ability to hold a weapon and offer you any more resistance in case they were to have a weapon. Okay, now for acupressure striking, if we take this axillary fold right here and we go 3 down or 6 up from the cubital crease, right on the inside right here, we're going to find, guess what, lung number 3. This is one of the 36 chin cavity press strike points. Also for lung, on the what? On the thumb side, which is a radial side, we can find the little protrusion right here, which is our guiding point for our radial pulse taking, and right on the inside of that in indentation, this is going to be our heart, this is going to be our lung number 8. So these are all important points of the arm that we need to know in order to be able to defend ourselves and in order to be able to heal. Okay? So these points right here not only can be able to harm someone, but they're also significant for stopping pain and helping the arm heal. Okay? Now, on this over here, normally as escrimadors or weapon wielders, we have a problem here. It's called medial collateral ligament strain. And like I told you already, this is a significant problem, right? And what we do is we simply what? Fold the arm until like a 45-degree angle, find the crease, find the medial condyle, put our finger in between, and that's the acupressure point that's going to help relieve pain and healing for here. We do the same thing on the outside. Take the person, put them in a bent arm position, find the end of the crease, find the lateral condylar part of the bone right here, stick our finger right in between, and we're going to find large intestine number 11. So this is also the healing point for the extensor muscle group, right? Here we have normally a problem called lateral humeral epicondylitis, right? And we also may have a ligament tear here on the outside, right? So this is where we get tennis elbow. It comes from the extensor muscle groups. And there's different ways that maybe I'll show you guys later how we'll check that, but that's really important for right now. Okay, let's cut that. See what